The Prime effect is insane on like so many different levels at this point. Like I went to practice on Friday morning, and half the NBA was on the sidelines. You know, at one point I'm looking, I'm like, that's Spencer Dinwiddie, and I was like, yeah, that guy plays for the Celtics, and that guy plays for the Thunder, and T.O.'s there. And then I'm talking to the Nike guys, and there's like big Nike reps there. And they're like, yeah, Wu-Tang's coming here tomorrow. And Michael Irvin's coming here tomorrow. I think Stephen A. might be coming in. Crazy.
That's Deion. That's the Deion effect.
I guess, yeah.
Bruce, you said it in your piece that, about Constance. It's like USC in the early 2000s.
Yeah, one of the Nike guys, when I say Nike guys, I mean these are people who are part of the Deion Operation Prime, and ramp it up as much as you can because the demand for I ain't hard to find. Well, right now it's hard to find because it's selling out before they can print it enough.
Bruce Feldman is here on the Rich Eisen Show from Fox Sports and The Athletic. And for our radio audience that just joined us, you're talking about it's just an absolute A-list, wired for energy type circus. Or I shouldn't say circus, because that connotes something that is out of control, or it connotes something that is, you know, maybe not the most positive connotation. It is just an absolute, total, and complete A-list scene that's going on in Colorado right now.
Yeah, there's all kinds of combinations going on. You have, so the point that one of the Nike reps had told me on Friday at practice was Boulder's the new Hollywood, and I said, is there anything you can compare this to, like in college sports? And the only comparison was when Pete Carroll had it rolling almost 20 years ago now, right? And this is the Leinart Bush days. And he was like, you had Snoop Dogg at practice. Will Ferrell sometimes came out. You know, Pete Carroll was a star in his own right. So now you have some of those same kinds of people, right? And you have more athletes who are coming around in terms of NBA people and different people who are big sports stars. But Deion, look, no disrespect to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was really charismatic, especially for a football coach. Deion's on another level of that in terms of just star power. And I think because it's just come up out of nowhere, there was a little bit of ramp-up time for USC. You know, in Pete's first year, they got to be decent after a rocky start. This is different. Now, I'm not saying this team is anywhere near, you know, as good or as great. There's no Mike Patterson on the Colorado defense. You know, there's no Sean Cody. They don't have the same caliber offensive line. They have some legit star power and the skill guys, and I think Shedeur is a really impressive quarterback. But just in terms of the fascination with Deion, and I think there's a lot of incubation here too, where the people Deion and Deion's people know. We're talking about, you know, heavyweight people, Snoop Dogg, Michael Strahan. You know, they're not the people who are showing up to Manhattan, Kansas, or Ames, Iowa, or Iowa City typically.
Well, or typically to Boulder, Colorado. And so that's the question you're already hearing. Just 2 games in, 2 wins in, 2 wins over last year's national runner-ups and over Nebraska. That Deion's not longed for Colorado. And I'm kind of sitting here saying, you know, why would anybody say that? Because he's bringing his brand there. He was brought there by a group, and I know him. He's a loyal guy who remembers who was there for him. And I understand he made a leap to get to Colorado. But what's your general sense of his comfort level there, having seen it?
Oh, he's definitely comfortable because whoever, and you know, Brockman had said this before, like I did a big piece on his business manager, Constance Schwartz-Marini, and one of the things that we talked about for the piece was when this deal was coming together and she was talking to Colorado, it was like, you have to, as the AD, Rick George, you have to understand everything you're getting with Deion. Mm-hmm. You have to be all in, and this is different than being all in with PJ Fleck or, you know, you name the college football coach. Yes. Like there's a lot, it's a heavy social media presence. It's a different level. And look, to Rick George's credit, he went and did the deal. Other guys, you know, Arkansas really liked him in the interview process. You know, TCU really liked him in the interview process. But Colorado was the one who were like, we're making this happen.
Yeah, we'll give you the store. Open the store. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.